So joining us right now is a model from the West Coast. Her name is Lena Martinson. She is a model courtesy of Miss Ooh La La and or MOLL. As you know,
Mhm.
that's pretty much. I guess that's what we call it these days. This show is part of Miss Ooh La La, and it's all good. People still know what the brand is, and that's all that matters. Um, and let's go ahead and begin, Lena, if we can. What got you into being a model? How did it all start off for you?
I actually wanted to start when I was about 18, and I got into it a little bit, and then just kind of strayed away because I didn't really know where to start. And then I moved to Toronto about a year ago, and I was just bored, and I had so much time, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna start modeling, and um, I started out there, and I actually was getting a lot of business, and realized that I really enjoyed it. So it helped a lot with stage fright as well, and I've met a lot of people through it, and now I'm back in LA to do it. So yeah.
Now, Lena, I noticed that about a few weeks back there was the World Cup that took place, and plenty of Miss Ooh La La models did photo shoots of the team's jerseys and things like that, and you were a part of the photo shoot. What was that experience like during the World Cup photo shoots?
It was actually a lot of fun. I've never done any like uh, sports photo shoots really. I did a baseball one, but it was for Playboy Miss Social. Um, but the World Cup one was a lot of fun. We were all like really into it, and we all got to represent our own countries. And yeah, it was definitely an experience. And I finally got to meet Ashley Salazar, which was the first time. And we had been talking a lot through Playboy Miss Social, so it was nice to finally meet her in person.
I will say this when it comes to Ashley. Um, I've been networking with her for several years now, probably 4 or 5 years, and she has been a huge supportive person of this show. She is one of the huge reasons why the show is still ongoing to this day, and 7 years, and just her story and her background, how many things that she's been able to do, not just modeling, but she's a MMA fighter, a photographer, an
Mhm.
actress, things like that. That's just she just does a lot of things, and she's very helpful, and she her network skills is off the charts, and it's just it's. I hope to meet her one day. I mean, we know each other online for a lot of years, but we have never had a chance to meet each other. But I hope I will.
Really.
I hope I get that chance one day.
Oh yeah, definitely. She's a great person, and she's extremely motivated. So it's really nice to see that in people these days. And she gets a lot of things done too. So she's very inspirational.
And and let's just go with this. Contrary to what people want to believe, but they're all models that do get along with each other. Just point that out. You know, that's
Yeah.
sometimes some models could be catty towards each other, especially with the contests and everything. But you and
Oh yeah.
Ashley, you and Ashley get along very well. So that's great news. So
Yes, it is.
Lena, what do you consider your favorite type of modeling? Do you consider yourself like a fashion, glamour, like do you put yourself in a certain category? Like, what is your favorite type of modeling?
I actually like a little bit of everything. I don't really like to categorize myself in one thing. I definitely like fashion, or editorial because you get to get pretty crazy with hair and makeup and do something different.
That's very.
And I also like glamour a lot as well.
And what I also wanted to ask you is, who do you consider as a influence or influences over the course of your modeling career? It could be someone on TV. It could be someone on the internet in particular. Like, who do you consider as huge influences?
I honestly don't really have an influence. Like, I just have more or less of a bucket list, and like, I've kind of just been at that for a few years. Like, Playboy's always been something that I wanted to do since I was like 13 years old, as crazy as that sounds. And I don't know, I'm just seeing like how much I can accomplish, and the fact that I've already accomplished so much, it's really mind-boggling because I never thought I'd be where I am today.
That's cool. I could respect that.
Thank you.
Sometimes people do have influences they look up to that that gets inspired, and I don't think that's any form of disrespect by any means. I guess it's just
Hmm.
you wanted to follow make footsteps of your own, if you will. You want to show the not just L.A. but the whole world who Lena Martinson is, and what she stands for, and what she wants to do in her over the course of her career, and I can understand and appreciate and respect that. I can.
Thank you.
So, with the as we get to the midpoint of the year, if not pretty much way beyond the midpoint of this year, like, do you have anything you want to promote, like up and coming appearances, like up and coming photo shoots, anything that you have that's going on right now?
Everything that I have coming up is kind of more secretive. But I am Cyber Girl of the Month for July 2014 for Playboy Mexico. So if anyone wants to check that out, they can on the Playboy Mexico website. Just search my name and they'll come up. Um, Other than that, it's up and coming, so I can't really talk about it.
That's
But there's
cool.
some exciting things.
Well, when that day and that time comes for you to promote more stuff, everybody, you can follow her on Twitter under the name Lena Martinson, all one word put together. That's Martinson, and of course her first name Lena. And she also has a Facebook fan page also under the name Lena Martinson. You can check her out. And please, I know the World Cup is just weeks removed, but if you haven't, Lord have mercy, please check out the photos of Lena. You won't be disappointed. You will like what you see. Uh, and for the rest of the Miss Ulala models out there, go check out the photos. That's whether you're a soccer fan or not. If you love beautiful models, please check it out. That's all I'm saying. Um,
Thank you.
Lena, you being in the West Coast and all, like, what are some goals you like to accomplish that you not that you have yet to accomplish, but something that you would like to, like anything that maybe more magazines, maybe you want to travel all over the world. Like, what are some other goals you like to accomplish?
I actually want to try to get signed with a few agencies overseas. I think that'd be really cool and a really great experience. I also want to get published in more like high fashion magazines, so I'm going to start looking into that, and then also acting soon, just for something new.
I like the sound of that. I truly do. And again, Lena Martinson is joining us here on Chilling with Jeffrey Kenny C here on TMV Cafe. Please again follow her on Twitter at Lena Martinson, and like her on Facebook. So, Lena, if you can give anyone advice to any aspiring models out there, um, what would your advice be?
My advice would be to just follow your dreams. Honestly, like you can do anything as long as you have the drive to do it. And if you're passionate enough about it, then people will respect that and see that, and you can move so far with it. So just don't be afraid. No matter what size or shape you are, you can still do it.
So here's what I wanted to ask models, on the show, or whether it's live, whether it's recorded, things like that. Now, obviously, you do photo shoots, and
Hmm.
sometimes models have chaperones with them. Sometimes they don't, just in case if the photographer were to be a little shady, or a little, I don't know, personality could be up to no good, things like that.
Hmm.
And have you ever had any encounters with photographers that may come that started off being questionable, if you will?
Yes, I've actually had that happen a few times. Because I'm a freelance model, I have to pretty much deal with everything on my own. Like agencies where they check to make sure everything's legit for you. But I've had that happen a few times, but before shoots, I always let someone know exactly where I am, the name of the photographer, the address, everything, just in case, and then I touch base with them before and after the shoot. So I'm very careful about it. Either that or I bring someone with me, always.
That's definitely good to know, considering that, I guess there's not a whole lot of female photographers. I mean, the only one that
Hmm.
I know is Ashley Salazar, obviously. But as far as male photographers, I mean, some may have some good credits and references, if you will, and then there's some that may come off a little sketchy, a little questionable, if you will. And I have no problem with models having chaperones for the photo shoots, because you never know what this photographer may be or may not be, and you know sometimes you gotta have that backup plan, if you will, just in case. You gotta have someone to, I guess, what, not just evidence. You gotta have
Uh-huh.
someone that yeah, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You gotta have that witness, if you will. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what you need, just in case that a photographer comes up a little shady, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. You never know what people are up to. That's for sure.
Yeah, people on the internet could be real crazy.
Hmm.
I will say that. Now, for models, beautiful, gorgeous. Now, every now and then, they're going to have what, critics, naysayers, and I feel like, there's too much nitpicking going on as far as
Hmm.
the photos and pics. Like, how, how do you react? How do you respond to people that tend to be a little too nitpicky towards your photos and stuff?
As in them being like too provocative or like like what do you mean?
It could be. I guess I guess that would be the way to go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at first a lot of people used to be really negative towards it because I came from kind of more of a conservative side of Southern California. So people were more shocked when they saw me start taking pictures in my bra and underwear. Like, um, but over time they've kind of like just respected it more as I'm confident with my body and obviously I've gotten further with it, such as Playboy. So that's helped a lot, definitely, with the respect barrier.
Well, I do want to end the interview on a more high note, if you will. So,
Okay.
I will give you one more question, and
Oh.
that particular question would have to be, uh, you know, you live in L.A. what do you consider the pros and the cons living in LA? Like, obviously, the biggest con that I can recall is the traffic. I hear so much about how crazy the traffic could be, but you being a resident in LA, what are the pros and cons of living in LA?
The pros are you definitely have like every single kind of situation you could ever imagine here. Like if you want to go to the beach, you can. If you want to go to the mountains, you can. If you want to go to the snow, you can. Like there's amusement parks everywhere. It's always warm. Um, we barely get rain, which is nice, but I kind of miss it at the same time. The traffic definitely sucks, but um, it's definitely a place to network. Um, Everyone from all over the world comes around here or between here and New York. So it can definitely be interesting and a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. So I love it.
Well, Lena, it was great chatting with you, and thank you so much for your time, and appreciate you being on the show this evening. Again, follow
Thank
her.
you for having me.
Again, follow Lena on Twitter at Lena Martinson, and like her on Facebook. Just search Lena Martinson and like her fan page, and follow her on Twitter too. And again, I'm gonna just say this one more time. Please, the Miss Ooh La La Facebook fan page, like that too, and check out the photos of the World Cup. I know the World Cup is over, but I'm still convincing y'all to check it out. That's all I'm saying. Um, well, Lena, again, great chatting with you. You have a great night. Have a great weekend. Again, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.